In the glittering expanse of the Grand Meridian Hotel's ballroom in downtown Seattle, on a crisp October evening in 2026, Anna Harper stood quietly, her face smeared with creamy white frosting, her simple taupe dress streaked with fondant. The five-tier wedding cake she'd been shoved into lay in ruins, and the room buzzed with cruel laughter. Bridesmaids in shimmering sapphire gowns snickered, their eyes glinting with malice, while the bride, Vanessa, raised her champagne flute with a venomous smile. "Look at you, stealing the spotlight," she sneered. "Probably viral across the hotel by now." No one knew Anna, or so they thought. Her plain attire and bare face marked her as an outsider, someone to mock, someone who didn't belong among the tech tycoons, influencers, and minor celebrities sipping vintage Dom Perignon under chandeliers that sparkled like stars. But then the groom, Ethan, seized the microphone, his voice cutting through the noise. "She's the one who holds the future of my company in her hands," he declared, his face pale. The wedding was canceled on the spot, and Anna's true identity sent shockwaves through the crowd, silencing their jeers. Hours earlier, Anna had slipped into the ballroom, her understated dress a stark contrast to the sequin gowns and tailored suits around her. Her dark hair fell naturally, framing her pale, unadorned face, and her steady hazel eyes scanned the room with quiet confidence. She carried a small clutch, moving with a grace that went unnoticed by most. As she passed a group near the Champagne Tower, a cocky startup founder, Lucas, with slick-back hair, leaned toward his date and muttered, "Who invited the temp?" His date, a model with a flawless smile, laughed sharply. Anna's step faltered, but she pressed on, her fingers brushing her clutch. Lucas called after her, "Hey, the staff door's that way." The crowd chuckled, expecting her to shrink. Instead, Anna turned, her gaze locking onto his. "I'm right where I belong," she said, her voice low but razor-sharp. Lucas's grin wavered, but he shrugged it off. The bridesmaids, led by a sharp-tongued woman named Rachel, zeroed in on Anna. Wasn't the dress code black tie? Rachel scoffed, loud enough for the room to hear. "She looks like she's headed to a book club." Her friend Lily, with a nasal laugh, added, "or a memorial service." Their giggles sliced through the jazz drifting in the background. Anna's fingers tightened on her clutch, but she kept walking, her steps measured, their words mere static. At the gift table, she placed a small envelope down with deliberate care. A guest, Vanessa's cousin Jenna, smirked. "What's this?" "A gift card for thrift shopping." The crowd tittered, but Anna met her gaze. "It's something Vanessa might need," she said, her tone calm but heavy with intent. A venture capitalist nearby glanced at the envelope, his eyes widening before he set it down like it burned. Vanessa, radiant in a custom gown, approached, her smile icy. "Oh, Anna, still showing up for scraps?" she said, her voice dripping with false warmth. The bridesmaids snickered, but Anna held her ground. "I wouldn't miss your day," she replied, handing Vanessa another envelope. Inside was a share certificate 2% of Ethan's startup. Vanessa's smirk vanished. "How did you get this?" she snapped. Anna tilted her head. "A gift," she said simply, then turned away. As the night wore on, the humiliations piled up. Near the dance floor, a drunk tech exec, Owen, slurred. "You the one in the discount dress? You lost, or just crashing?" The crowd laughed, but Anna faced him, unflinching. "I was invited," she said, her voice steady. A board member nearby frowned, tapping her phone. Later, during the photo session, Rachel and another bridesmaid, Claire, blocked Anna's path. "No pics for gatecrashers," Claire mocked. Vanessa leaned into the mic. "She'll jinx the marriage." The crowd roared, but Anna only said, "I'll respect your wishes," and stepped back, her dignity intact. The cake cutting was the breaking point. As Anna stood quietly at the back, Claire shouted, "Go on, grab some cake." Before Anna could react, someone shoved her, and her face hit the cake, frosting smearing her cheeks. The room erupted, Vanessa toasting her fame. Phones flashed, capturing Anna's ruin. But she rose, wiped a bit of icing from her lip, and stared at Vanessa, her silence deafening. Ethan, gripping the mic, shattered the moment. "This wedding's off," he said, his voice cold. "You humiliated someone who controls my company's future." The room froze. Vanessa's glass shattered on the floor. Then the doors swung open, and Daniel Harper walked in. Young, sharp-eyed, in a tailored black suit, he commanded the room without a word. He went straight to Anna, gently wiping the frosting from her face with a silk handkerchief. "My company doesn't invest in people like this," he said to Ethan, his voice like steel. To Vanessa, he added, "You taught my wife what true class isn't." The fallout was swift. A venture capitalist, Olivia, pulled funding from Ethan's startup, her decision rippling through the room. Vanessa's influencer deals collapsed. Rachel lost her job, and Claire's engagement crumbled. Anna, now known as Daniel Harper's wife, said nothing, returning to her quiet life. Weeks later, at a charity gala, she stood in a navy dress, Daniel at her side, her presence commanding respect without effort. What would you do if you were Anna, facing a room of mockery? Would you fight back or stay silent? Should Vanessa have seen it coming? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more stories of betrayal and redemption.